These days, there are endless entertainment possibilities. So many, in fact, we often have to remind ourselves that the most fun can be found right in our own backyard. Nowhere is that more true than the small towns throughout the foothills of North Carolina. Case in point, Elkin, where Larry Irwin is not only the Main Street pharmacist, but also the leader of the local big band.
Of course, Elkin is a small town, always has been, and we just have the pride of being a small town and people knowing each other and caring for each other.
They say it's the best little town in North Carolina. That's what the license tag says anyway.
Small towns across North Carolina are filled with folks with incredible hidden talents. Elkin pharmacist Larry Irwin and a few friends are no exception.
Well, that's the thing about an independent pharmacy. We have to take personal attention to our patients. Oh, I'm sorry, but you got the old headache today. If and when I can, I try to go out and talk to people, see how they're doing, and interact with them. But yeah, the one-on-one is what people like. Y'all been good girls today? Would you like a piece of candy? Your choice. Now get the cheap stuff, not the expensive. You're welcome.
Larry is the nicest person in Elkin. I've always thought that.
During the day, Larry is Elkin's hometown pharmacist, but in the evening, Larry transforms into a leader of a big band.
1, 2, 3, go.
I've known Larry since high school. We were in high school together. We were at Chapel Hill together, both played in the band at Carolina. He's a great guy. He's instrumental in getting the Elkin Big Band started around 1980, 81, I think 82, shortly before I returned to Elkin.
We had a dinner theater, a winter dinner theater at a local church, and someone asked us if we could play some music while dinner was being served. I said, well, I'll try to get up a few people.
Music originally came from the stage band from Elkin High School back in the 60s. And the band director, whose name was Roy Russell, put that group together, got all the music, and when he died, the fellow that replaced him was not interested in continuing a stage band.
They had to clean out the libraries, music libraries at the high school, and they said that they had some music was I interested in. Well, I didn't want to see that stuff go away, so I collected all the music that we used during my high school days in the 60s, mid-60s, and kept it. Didn't know what I was going to do with it then, so I had the music. And we used this as our foundation to start the Elkin Big Band.
Well, I had never heard the Elkin Big Band before, so I was really excited to hear them. And when we pulled up in the parking lot, the first song I heard was In the Mood, which is a personal favorite, so that was kind of exciting.
Music that has a nice melody, and if you carry it over, and the big band era has lots of nice tunes and melodies. And if people say, boy, that was nice, I remember what it used to sound like, it sounded great, and they hum it, and if you've done that, then you will have successfully entertained your people.
When you see how many people are here, it's all ages that are here. And I even remember when growing up, my mother would always play the piano and we'd sing these songs that they're playing. And so for me, it has a lot of personal connected to it because of my childhood and how I grew up.
Well, I think it's really important because it gives a lot of local musicians an opportunity to play where they may not otherwise.
Well, it's like a tradition, I guess. I mean, jazz started in America, you know, so you think about the big bands, how much influence they had over the years, especially in the 20s and 30s, you know, 40s and stuff like that. And the jitterbug, some nice, cool dancing to it and everything. And I just think it's just like a lot of stuff. It's just like our heritage. I think it's important to keep it on. And I think it's important to introduce these younger people into it.
So the amazing thing about Larry is that he's kept this big band together since the early 80s playing, and even though some of the members change, you know, he's the constant, and he's just amazing person.
So just something that if you can keep it up, and it just gives you something to look forward to. That's my golf game, and that's my card game. Instead of going out with the boys, I go out with the boys to play music.
Well, you'd never know Larry was so talented. He's very quiet, but he's personable, very, you know, friendly, and he's great to everybody, and he's a wonderful pharmacist, and he's been downtown for decades. But you'd never know he was so talented and in charge of this big band. And so it's just, if people don't know Larry, they probably don't know he's the leader of the big band. It's amazing.
Leader of a big band, friend to the community. It's safe to say Elkin is fortunate to have local folks like Larry.